You were like, I'm gonna bake. And then we move in and instead you're like, I'm gonna knock a wall down. And so instead of a mixing bowl and a spoon, you get out the sledgehammer.
A woman can do both.
No. Not wanting my wife to give away one of my souvenirs as a gift. Oh, I'm imagining like, you know, holiday souvenir. Actually, no, you need to give that to Bob. That sounds like a kid.
But you know, if she does give out the hand fan away,
then maybe I'll
Home
poop
Alone.
on her pillow. Oh, okay. Different vibes.
Good riddance to Groomzilla.
Groomzilla.
That's what Groomzilla sounds like to me. Oh, wow.
You're through to 1-800-DRAMA.
The show where you share your biggest dilemmas.
And we help you navigate them.
I'm Shaaba.
And I'm Jamie.
Come join us as we help people figure out if they are the drama.
Because sometimes you just need an outside perspective.
And we can all expand our own mindsets along the way.
Wait, am I the drama? Red flag, green flag, Shaaba.
Go on, hit me.
Fart humour.
Oh, don't hit me with that.
I will. You
Okay.
just wait till we're in bed.
That's normally a sexy proposition.
No, it's a gassy one right now.
It's not quite what I had in mind. I'll be honest with you. I red flag it, but I am the red flag.
Oh, okay.
I love a good fart joke. I know it's bad. I know it's childish. I don't care.
I green flag it. Everybody farts, and I think it's great to have a giggle at something that is a bit embarrassing if you do it in front of other people. But why should it be?
Everybody farts.
Wonderful.
And sometimes.
No. That's not the kind of podcast we're
we
doing.
don't manifest that here.
No, yeah, we don't. But fart humour, I green flag it. Honestly, the TikTok that made me laugh the most was a fart.
I came in
I couldn't breathe.
to the bedroom to what I thought was Jamie screaming. I thought he was in insane amounts of pain. I walked in, he was so red in the face. He was scrunched up in a little ball. I was like, oh my god, husband of mine, are you okay?
And this is when everybody finds out I have the least sexy laugh.
And that's when I noticed that he wasn't, in fact, in immense amount of pain. He was instead laughing so hard. And I was like, what is going on? And he shows me his phone. There is a TikTok of a guy who goes past this person's window.
It's like a
in
basement window, you know, where it's
flat.
on the floor.
The window was low down, and this guy farted in the window.
It's a really good
And the
fart.
person watching the telly, like, dropped their bowl of popcorn. It was funny, but it wasn't that funny.
So funny.
And oh my god, like, I wish I could encapsulate Jamie's laughter in that moment. If we could all be as happy as Jamie, there would be no turfs.
Oh, yeah, lovely. If the turfs could be as happy as I was in that moment,
Yeah.
they would know joy in their lives
They
and maybe not be
totally
so
would.
hateful.
So you know what? I change it. I green flag fart humour.
Yeah, because it will solve transphobia.
You heard it here first. Any updates, my love?
Excuse me,
At the end
no.
of May?
Okay, we are maybe potentially going to the US of A.
Maybe potentially.
And I'm maybe potentially excited, of course, appreciative of the opportunity, absolutely, terrified. Oh my god, yes. I am not a good traveller, and this is much travelling. We are doing...
I'm not a good traveller and this is much travelling, says the guy about to embark on a US book tour covering 7 states? 8 states, 7 events.
Well, we're doing 7 events in 7 different cities, but actually throughout the travels, we will be staying in or driving through about...
15 different states.
Yeah,
It's going to be cool.
many.
I'm so excited. Gorgeous beaches.
And you just can't hide it.
I just can't hide it. If you are in any way interested in the TNLGBT, Jamie's wonderful book, or seeing us in person, you happen to be based in the States, then maybe you want to come see us on tour.
Yes. I don't know what to say after that. I'm now thinking...
As you can tell, the anxiety is real.
I'm thinking of being
okay.
on tour.
Funnily enough, Jamie's got emetophobia. I mean, that's not funny, but I'm saying the anxiety is about
It's
travel,
hilarious.
not about the fact that we're
Yes.
speaking to hundreds and hundreds of people. So if you'd love to be one of those hundreds and hundreds of people, I mean, I'm gonna lie, it's not anxiety. I'm a little bit stressed that no one's gonna come. So it would be so lovely
Well,
if
I'm so
you fancy
pleased
coming to have a chat.
that I
then,
have my wife's confidence.
No, you do. And I'm sure, I'm manifesting, we're going to have a couple sold out events. It would be so
Please
lovely.
buy tickets.
But if you would like to come chill, hang, let us know, babes.
Yeah.
Take a look at the link downstairs in the description box. We'll pop it there. All the individual states and links to take a look, get tickets. You can do so on Jamie's Insta bio. Go take a look at Jamie.
Jamie.dodger on the old gram. The old gram.
On the old gram.
The old gram.
The old gram.
We.
Right.
Ready?
To go fishing.
For drama.
Let's Let's go.
Am I the drama for calling authorities on my neighbours?
Ooh, this is spicy to
Yeah,
start with.
It depends on the
What happened there?
circumstances.
I'm intrigued. Let's go.
Take it away.
To give context, I live in a small gated community.
Adorable.
It has security, but it's not exclusively private. The houses are big enough to live comfortably and can have a small driveway for vehicles.
Very descriptive.
Wait, if you live in a small gated community, which has security but isn't exclusively private, and you're saying, oh, they're big enough to live comfortably and have small driveways, is it normal to have like small gated communities for not super bougie houses? Or is this person just being like, oh, well, I'm not like Elon Musk rich, so I'm not really rich. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's happening here?
I'm getting that vibe as well, but I don't know where this is based. Because, like, in the UK, this would be quite special, particularly the security component. But maybe in a country where middle class but not super well off people could afford houses in security, private gated areas because of crime rates or something.
Sure, I hear you. Okay, let's see. Roads are big enough to fit a car and a half, given that nothing is parked at the side of the road. My house is a corner lot, so I have extra space for a driveway big enough to fit 2 cars and 2 motorcycles if I wanted to.
Wow. Can I just say,
Yeah.
the lack of punctuation in this is really irritating me. I don't think there's a single capital letter
It's
and
me.
very few full
I
stops.
rarely use capital letters.
I'm not judging, it's just throwing me
It's
off.
an aesthetic choice.
It's an aesthetic choice.
The neighbours that live across my house owns 3 motorcycles, also a corner lot. They recently got their house renovated from top to bottom, demolished everything and built a new house on top.
What?
So they
What?
like bulldozed their house and they made a new house. They bought it for the land is what I'm hearing.
Oh, fun.
They also got their driveway cemented as it used to just be a dirt/rock driveway. Pretty new driveway, right? Says OP. Perfect to be used to park vehicles comfortably. I see where it's going.
Oh.
However, they choose to park all of their motorcycles in front of my house and completely block my driveway.
Turds.
That is so annoying.
No, that is really annoying. I get tetchy.
Jamie is not a curtain twitcher by any means.
No.
But you do get really tetchy when people in your local area do not follow the rules
Yeah.
that are meant to be followed.
Well, we used to live somewhere where you weren't meant to park on the road in a certain area.
Because it wasn't like a road and then a pedestrian
Yeah,
area?
it was like literally front garden and then road.
Yeah.
And people would park right outside our window.
Yeah.
And our front gate. You'd walk out the house and then there would be a car butt right at the end of the pathway. And then the person who got the car, when they came back to get it, they'd come from like round the corner. And I'm like, why are you parking here? There's so much parking elsewhere. And it really bugged me.
Because it also bugged me too, to be fair. But what bugged me about it was there was like where our house was, there was then like our driveway, which is where we parked. And then next to the driveway, a massive wildflower meadow.
That you could park next to.
And you know, like oodles and oodles of road
Doodles
and
and
space
doodles.
where you were allowed to park. And I was like, why are you parked outside of our house? Because on multiple occasions, people didn't come in and called because they were like, oh, I thought you had someone around.
Yeah.
Because the way that they would park, I don't know why, would be right outside ours. And
Oh, yeah. No, like literally our window and then it's like the grass and then a car right there and then our pathway and then cars would park with their butt right up
like
to the end of the path.
overlapping the pathway.
And like
even.
the garden was quite long. It was like you could fit
It was like
3
narrow
cars.
but long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
It's so bizarre.
Anyway, we're not this person.
Sorry.
My point is, I can see you getting touchy about the same things. And our
Yeah.
neighbours, we lived on some wisteria lane kind of... There were people who were definite curtain twitchers. And some people were like so invested in this community. They were just like, nope. All right, should we read on, my love?
Absolutely.
I understand, says OP, that they might be using the tree we have in the front yard as shade, but they park the motorcycles there from morning until evening, hours after the sun has set. Wait, so there's no parking restrictions in front of your house. You're just annoyed that they didn't use a driveway. This is exactly like you. Well, no, actually there was parking
there's
restrictions in
always
front of ours.
parking restrictions if you're blocking a driveway. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, they are fully
Yeah.
blocking the
Yeah.
driveway. Okay. Earlier today, I had to call the local authorities on them to get rid of the motorcycles in front of my driveway because passing cars struggled to fit through and turn the already cramped road, and their parked motorcycles only added to that problem. I even had situations where I was struggling to leave my own house because a motorcycle was parked in front of the gate. They see everything happen as they're outside most of the time on their front doors are open, but they just watch as if there's no problem going on. That's really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just had like this a tiny story time digression moment. Do you remember when we moved in? Because our old house,
Yeah.
it was like on like there were houses still being developed, and there was one guy who parked on our driveway.
Yeah.
Like literally
Like-
on our driveway. driveway.
Like diagonally. It was like a 2-car width driveway because it was shared with the neighbours, and he parked diagonally across it.
And this person didn't even live opposite us. They lived like opposite us and like 3 doors up. And there was all of that parking on the road.
On the road.
But they chose to park on our driveway. And then we went over and we were just like, hello, we need to use our driveway.
Yeah.
He was just like, no worries. I tried to tell you. And I was like, no, you didn't. If you tried to tell me, I'm me. I know.
Yeah.
It was really
We've
confusing.
been home all day from when it wasn't parked on the driveway.
Anyway, you people are weird about parking.
Yeah.
And
no,
I think I'm
he
weird
did it
about
again.
parking. Yeah, he did it twice, dude.
Yeah.
He did.
Very bizarre. And then his friend did
And
it.
you got touchy.
Oh.
Jamie was so like shady.
It's because, no, literally the
He
next
was like,
time.
you don't have any right to park here.
No, I said this is a private driveway. You're blocking everybody in. Like 2 people's houses
It was
in.
very annoying. We
Please
couldn't
don't park
leave
here.
because this person was there and they took like forever to move.
I wasn't an asshole. I just wasn't friendly about
No,
it.
yeah, you were stern. It's very
Yeah.
rare that we see stern Jamie, but you know, you park somewhere you're not supposed to, and stern Jamie will come.
No, you block me in my own house, I will be annoyed.
Understandable,
So I can see why OP is getting frustrated.
for sure. Especially if they're just watching. That is so odd. Because I'd be like, hello, do something about your problem.
Yeah.
They got all of their motorcycles towed away by the local authorities, and now they're pissed because they have to pay extra to get it back. So, am I the drama? There is an edit there.
Okay.
OP says, I talked to them beforehand.
Right.
Other neighbours have also talked to them, as well as the local community guards. They move their motorcycles away from the driveway, but return it after an hour or 2. Not
Okay.
even after a day or after a week.
Just an hour.
I
That
don't-
was my biggest question. I was like, is OP legitimately getting like annoyed about something that they've tried to address and the neighbours are really just ignoring everybody's requests?
Yeah.
Or is this a bit of an overreaction?
Did they just like jump the gun and go straight to the police?
It sounds like loads of people have like the neighbours know it's a problem. They know they're causing an inconvenience, and yet they still do it.
Do you know what my biggest question is? Why? Why do people do this when they know they're upset, when you've called the police, when you've, like been told multiple times by security? Like that alone would scare the mama jammers out of me.
Yeah, when you've moved your vehicles multiple times
Why would you
away
bring
from
it
the
back?
location where they're annoying,
When
and then
you
you
have a
bring it
driveway.
back. Well, it sounds like they maybe didn't have a driveway because the driveway was getting. Oh no, they have their
Pretty
new driveway.
perfect to be used to park vehicles comfortably.
Bizarre. Honestly, to me, this sounds like
It's
maybe
vindictive.
OP's annoyed them about something that they've not voiced, and so they're just taking their
They're like,
revenge.
ha ha, I'm gonna block you in.
Yeah, they're being children.
Not the drama.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
not the drama.
I don't
not
think
the
it's the drama, OP.
It does sound like a little bit questionable as to whether they were actually blocking, because OP's like, and completely block my driveway, but then later on has been like, cars struggle to fit through the turn. I've struggled to get out my own house, but not been able to get out of the house. So like, I don't know if there's like a little bit of embellishment from OP of like, motorcycles were parked right across my driveway, when in reality they were just awkward. But if it's awkward and there is a reasonable place for them to park their motorcycles that is closer to their home and literally on their land, why are they making things difficult for neighbours? That's not okay.
I'm with you. And I see what you're saying. I think I got confused too, because when they said a motorcycle's parked in front of the gate, I was like, oh, so this isn't your house. This is to the gated community.
Oh, I assumed that was like OP's front gate to the pathway or something.
Or maybe. Well, regardless.
Yeah.
I do think it's really weird. Like, it annoys me to no end that we can't feel like we can have these conversations. And it's kind of weird because these people who are so close to us, who we should be able to have a safe space with, are also strangers that we have no control over. So sometimes, I don't know, people are just intimidating. Do we know our neighbours very much? I don't feel like we do.
No,
I wish
not
we
really.
did
But
more.
like, none of them have done anything annoying.
No.
Like, honestly, I feel like where we used to live, I don't know why
It was
people
a
just.
greater sense of community. We had like a group
Well,
chat.
No, we had a group chat, but at the same time, people just irritated me. Not the people that lived there, but more so like the way people used the area. It did make things like getting out of driveways awkward, leaving our house awkward, having friends come over and think that we had other people over. That was awkward.
Right.
But now we don't get that.
No.
It's fine because it's just a completely different setup and it works a lot better for me and my pernicketiness.
Yeah, but we also don't know them. Like, I
Yeah.
always had this idea that I was going to like go around. I wanted to go around with a little basket of lemon
muffins.
bars. Yeah. And just be like, hi, I'm your new neighbour. Just popping in. We've actually just learned and like visited our neighbour next door. And oh my God.
Adorable.
So sweet.
That's
so
it.
adorable.
But the thing is, you were like, I'm gonna bake. And then we move in and instead you're like, I'm gonna knock a wall down. And so instead of a mixing bowl and a spoon, you get out the sledgehammer.
A woman can do both.
No, I love it.
A woman can do both.
Do it.
That's all I'm saying.
Shaaba is the DIY queen of this household.
The OP, not the drama.
Yes, not the drama.
Your neighbours are total assholes in this one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
if you've spoken to them and you've asked them personally and other people have gotten involved, the next step is to call somebody else to get involved. And hopefully them having to pay the money means they're not going to park there anymore.
Yeah, and not retaliate to your house. That's the only annoying thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do anything in fear of that.
Oh, I would always be worried though. I know you
Just
worry a
means
lot
maybe
about
get
that
a ring
stuff.
camera.
Or 3.
We laugh, but oh god. Nightmare Neighbours Next Door, remember that show?
Yes. Oh,
I'm manifesting, OP, that you are nowhere near that situation.
manifesting.
Sending love. Look, I would be surprised if anyone disagreed with us on this.
I just have one issue.
What?
Please use more full stops.
Stop it.
Full stop it. Not the drama. Since you and another neighbour already talked to them multiple times, you went to the next step. Some people are very entitled.
Honestly, who has the audacity to be like, I own this road?
I own 51% of this company.
Not the drama. They have plenty of room in their own driveway. They should be using the parking space that they paid for. Not to mention, parking in a way that blocks driveways is illegal to begin with.
Yes, even if there's free parking on the entire rest of the road, you cannot go past the little dipped curb bit.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's in every country.
I mean, it's definitely here.
Yeah, for sure.
In the U of K.
Why would you not want to use your own driveway?
I-
Is it because some people don't like the idea of having to stack their things? They're like, if I can park on the road,
That is
then
what-
I don't need to do like a little matchy.
That's the difference. There's no stacking driveways around here. Stacking driveways causes a nightmare
Because people get lazy and they're like, nope.
loads of people who have multiple cars are good with it and they will just move their cars as and when. So many people are like, I only park one car on my 3-car length driveway because I can't be bothered to move the cars around.
Yeah. Neighbourly politics.
Yes. Not the drama. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I love
this
it.
saying.
They have been spoken with and essentially warned they received fair consequences for their actions. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, if you're taking police time because you're not listening to people and they've had to get someone else, pay for it.
And also, police notoriously only get involved when they absolutely have to. They're not going to have
You know, if they're
towed
doing
their
something,
vehicles
yeah.
if their vehicles weren't parked illegally or improperly.
But
So,
like you were told, dude, so just move them.
for more than an hour,
If they were outside, watching it happen, just move your damn vehicles. All right.
yeah.
Drama. Am I the drama for not wanting my wife to give away one of my souvenirs as a gift?
Sorry.
That sounds very reasonable.
Not wanting my wife to give away one of my souvenirs as a gift. Oh, I'm imagining holiday souvenir. Actually, no, you need to give that to Bob. No thanks. Right. OP says, my wife got 2 tickets to some play from her supervisor who gave them away since she couldn't attend the play herself. That's very nice. Tickets are worth $40 each, so my wife wanted to give her supervisor a gift to thank her. That's sweet. She looked around our apartment for some stuff that could make for fine gifts. Oh my god, why does this sound kind of like you?
She's Asian.
Yeah. She took a bunch of stuff that was lying around, most of which I don't care about too much, so that's fine. But then she insisted on taking a souvenir I got from one of my travels abroad, which dates from before I met her.
Okay, wait. 1, that's
Right.
weird.
That is
But 2,
so
can I just say,
weird.
that's not me. I know
No,
you joked
no,
about it.
I'm teasing you.
I have a thing, it's called a present box.
Yeah.
And it's a really clever idea. Essentially, the present box started because I like buying things for other people. So when I see things, I'm like, oh my god, this would be so perfect for my mum or whatever.
But it's
And
not
I
her
know that
birthday for
something's coming
6
up.
months, so we
I know,
get
maybe
it
not
to
6
put
months,
away.
like in 2 months, whatever. If it's a small gift, I'll just get it for her sometimes. And I'll just give it to her. But sometimes I'm like, no, I want to collect these things because I know she'll really like it. You put it in the present box. Similarly, in our little pantry we have in the kitchen, just in case, because there were always moments that you want to be a good hostess, you want to thank a friend, you want to thank someone, and you don't have time to go to the shops. I just keep a little stash of chocolates, biscuits, cute little non-personalized things that you give to people to say thank you so much.
Pots of custard. No,
I
not that
don't
one.
give people pots of custard.
I would say though, you said not 6 months. Literally, we have something for your mum that you bought specifically for her birthday, and you bought it 6 months before her birthday.
Okay, but the difference
This year.
being is that thing
We are
was,
still waiting to give it to her. It's
was
not done.
related to the birthday.
But you bought
The
it
birth
6 months
song.
before.
Just
No,
accept
Shaaba,
that you
you're
married.
thinking of something else because you have done it more than once. What I'm thinking of two different things.
I can't
Because you did it last year as well.
All right, we're here to judge OP,
Not
Shaaba.
Shaaba.
My point is, look, you do you, babe. You go and you find those gifts. However, I don't gift things, like re-gift things that have been used and owned.
No, yeah.
Like, that is a little bit odd.
This is like one step too far. I'm on board with the present box now. It took a while to convince
Dude,
me.
it's just like, what?
Yeah.
But look, it's a good system. It's a good
No,
system.
it has saved our butts a few times, to be fair. But like, it's meaningful because we've bought things thinking
For
of other people.
Yeah, it's not like I just buy like 20 sparkly socks. I'm just like, you have a sock and you have a sock.
I think the only thing we've ever gone, what's in our own cupboard, is candles. But they're brand new candles that we have thought maybe we'll give this to somebody else because it's not our vibe, but it is this person's vibe.
Yeah.
But it's not present box worthy.
And
That's
everybody-
the only thing I can see that would be acceptable in this situation.
Everybody has that one gift as well that you were meant to give to someone at some point in history, right? But then you fall out, something happens, and you're like, I don't want to give you this gift anymore. And then you keep it, and then you're like, what do I do with this thing?
Use it or bin it. Well, not bin it, but give it away. Anyway,
Carry on.
so OP's wife insisting on taking a souvenir that OP got on one of their travels abroad from before they met.
That is weird.
So,
Right?
yeah, that is bizarre. OP says it's not a particularly valuable trinket. It's an ornate hand fan I bought in China when I visited the country.
Oh.
It looks good, but really it must not have cost more than $5 to $10.
It's not about the money, is it?
It's not about the money, it's about the value sentimentally. But still, I told her I wanted to keep that. Every time I travel, I like bringing back souvenirs, which I then put on a shelf.
That's so cute.
I never buy anything particularly expensive, but those items have sentimental value to me. Haha. Sorry.
I wasn't disputing that, Jamie.
I was proud of myself. You were not involved in that process. Anyway, I like looking at them and being reminded of my travels. That's really sweet.
That is really
And I
cute.
like having a growing collection of souvenirs that represent where I went and what I did. We do this with fridge magnets.
But I was just going to say, I do love this that OP as well as like, it sounds like they're not always ornate hand fans. They're just
Yeah.
little different things from different places,
Yeah.
which we do as well. We get the cliche magnet, but if we can, we've got like a little bowl from one place or like a little, I don't know, statue from another. We've never brought back a statue. You know what I mean? It's nice that you can have a different collection of different things.
I agree. She took the hand fan away. I repeated many times that I didn't want her to take it, but she refused to listen. That's not very
rude.
nice. She even got upset at me for insisting that I wanted to keep that and told me that she'd buy me a new one.
You're just gonna
go
fly
to
to China.
You may as well have actually at this point just gone to the shop and bought something specifically for the supervisor.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
Also, why would you give a supervisor a hand fan that your boyfriend got from their travels many
Husband.
years ago?
Yeah.
That makes no... Like, what is your supervisor going to do with that?
Oh, thank you. I obviously don't care about the utilitarian part of the item, just its symbolic one. So buying a new one is worthless to me. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I realise that it's a small thing to be upset about. I don't think so.
Me too. Let's unpack that.
But I still feel like asking not to give away a souvenir is a reasonable request. I haven't done anything bad to get back at my wife. Okay, but I'm upset over it and intend on reminding her if she insists on giving the hand fan away. Am I the drama here? No, but I'm curious about that. I've not done anything bad to get back at her. That sounds like a kid.
But you know, if she does give out the hand fan away,
Then
I've
maybe
been watching
I'll
Home
poop on
Alone.
her pillow. Oh, okay. Different vibes.
It's this idea that it's a small thing to be upset about. Often when I hear this, I partially feel like I'm a diva, and then I partially feel like a psychiatrist. Because the half of me that's a diva is like, it is a tiny thing, right? It's a fan. It's a $10 fan. At the end of the day, if your house was to burn down and you were to run out of it, I bet you that fan is not going to be top of your mind, you know?
Okay.
But at the same time, it's never about the thing. The reason that we get upset about small things is
what
because
it
the
means.
small things reflect really big principles, and that's what we get annoyed about.
Tea Shaaba.
See you later. But
I totally agree with you. I watched a video today actually where this couple, the guy had wanted McDonald's and his like partner went out and bought the McDonald's for them both, got exactly what she wanted and got him completely different food to what he asked for. So got him water instead of a soft drink because she was like, you need to be healthy. Didn't get him a cheeseburger, got him a quarter pounder, that and didn't get the sauces he'd asked for. And I'm pretty sure it was a sketch. Like all the comments were like, this is a skit, but like the principle of it highlighted something quite important.
Sure.
Where she was then like gaslighting him and being like, you're so immature, like grow up, it's just a takeaway. And he's like, no, but
it's
the
not.
principle is you didn't listen.
yeah.
You've disrespected what I want, and you've like completely just
I totally agree.
gone your own way.
And
That's what's happening here.
We see this a lot. I was just having a chat with somebody that I care about very, very deeply about something
It was Apollo.
where somebody else that I love really took something to heart. And they were like, but it's just a card. It's just a card. I was like, but it's not just a card. We're not just talking about a piece of paper that costs like 45p to produce. We are talking about what it means. Yeah. There's always something bigger. So people are like, oh, don't get so deep. You have to get deep about it. Because if you don't, you're just going to see people like popping off for what seems to you like no reason. And in this one, the principle is, don't take things that don't belong to you.
I'd be really upset. I can think of a few souvenirs that I've got. I have souvenirs from a trip to China that I went on before we met.
Yeah. Could you imagine if I took anything of yours, like that little puppet that you had from when you were a kid, and I was like, I'm going to give this to my work supervisor.
You hate that thing as well. I mean,
no, I literally don't.
Oh, I thought you really didn't like
No,
it. I
you
mean,
tell
he
me
is a
about-
little bit creepy.
You don't like him. I think he's quite cute.
Oh, no, I don't dislike him. I just see objectively he's a little creepy. He's green with bright orange hair.
My love for him is not only because I'm slightly concerned that he might wake up one day and, you know, show me his wrath if I said I didn't like him.
Also,
yeah, I'm quite fond of him.
I was predicting, because I was 11 when I got him, and he's got a full-on rainbow waistcoat. So, you
should have known.
Yeah, I should have known. But I can think of like quite a few things I have that if you were just like, no, I'm giving this to my work. I mean, I'm your work colleague, but yeah.
Even the idea of being like, oh, I'm going to take this thing that doesn't belong to me and gift it to someone else. Like, who does that?
Imagine if you were like, I'm taking your blowhide, Jamie.
Who does that?
Shark plushie, and I'm going to give it to this person. I'd be like, why? Why are you taking my things for you to give away to somebody? That's not yours.
Celebrations, Ferrero Rocher, a candle. There's so many things that would make a better gift than somebody else's hand fan from their holiday.
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly, OP, not the drama.
Big not the drama.
Wife is overstepping here.
Absolutely.
And it's not about a hand fan. It's about the principle that she's willing to give away items and not respect your feelings.
Well, it's two things, isn't it? Give something away. Has really bad taste in gifts, if we're being really honest, for thinking this is appropriate for a supervisor. Right? Like, let's be real. And you're right, like, isn't listening to you. And the fact that you're talking about revenge, potentially, is also a sign that maybe this isn't like the healthiest of situations.
Yeah.
I definitely think you should have a good chat.
A good chat.
Yeah.
And then also just generally really bizarre to run around your house looking at ornaments to give away as a gift, unless there's specific things that you were going to charity and you thought somebody you know would really like it instead. I think it's odd. Yeah.
I would agree. Do let me know though, if you, lovely listener at home, also have an idea of like a present box. Do you re-gift things sometimes? Even if it's not things that you own and have like up on a shelf for you, do you have this idea of like pre-prepared gifts that are not specifically bought for that person in that moment? Fresh frozen gifts. That's what we're talking about.
Shaaba needs that validation. Look, I give it to you, babe. I'm on board.
Yeah, sure.
I don't buy things for it, but I am happy for you to, and for us to buy things. I just won't independently.
You respect the present box.
Yeah, I just don't necessarily contribute towards it.
Not the drama. Also, hey, thanks for the tickets. Here's some random shit from around my house. Is kind of a weird move.
It is.
Like, legit.
Yeah. And also, hey, thanks for the tickets. What's wrong with that? Give her a card.
No, it's nice to do something. You know.
I get it, but like a thank you and a card would have been fine.
Sure. Or chocolates. Or hey, let me buy you lunch the next time we're on the office together.
Coffee and a pan au chocolat.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
I was laughing at the way I said pan au chocolat because I thought you were going to laugh at me. So
you said it great.
No, but I started laughing so that if you laughed, I was laughing already.
You're so weird. You're nearly as weird as the lady.
No. Okay, I'll accept weird, but not disrespectful. I would never.
Not the drama.
Ooh.
Your wife is disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. Why couldn't she just buy a nice box of chocolates or flowers? She's putting her boss above you. I would be pissed too. Yes.
I agree.
Hard agree.
Also, I don't think she's putting her boss above you. Like, I'm sure the boss is also not on board with this.
Yeah.
She's just putting herself,
her own feelings, what she expects another person's feelings to be above her husband's.
Well, so she would rather shit from other people's house that they're sentimentally attached to as a gift for herself. That's odd. Maybe this is all coming because OP's wife, like, has gone to a house and she's like, wow, you know, I'd really love that person's candle holders. And it's just like, maybe I should do that
Maybe
too.
if she gets gets a dusty hand fan that is clearly used. Not the drama and your wife doesn't respect you or your stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly the bigger point.
That's the principle.
It's not about a hand fan. It's not about a regift. It's about respect. Yeah.
I wish I had a hand fan right now to be like...
What's that noise? What is that? I don't know what that was.
Is that a good fan sound?
Yeah.
I can't roll my R's like Rolly does. That's better. I'm jealous. Oh, drama.
Am I the drama for telling groom no?
Whoa. No.
For telling groom no.
But for why?
But for what? This is a very interesting... Okay.
I am a 32-year-old man, and I was asked to be a groomsman for my friend, 34-year-old man, last fall.
Okay.
The wedding and bachelor party.
Yeah.
And when I read it, I was like, batch, no, bark.
Bark. Having some classical.
And bachelor party were across the country. The bachelor party cost me over $1,500.
That is excessive.
What were you doing?
A holiday? Well, it was across the country.
Oh
Honestly.
my goodness.
Okay, I have feelings about weddings and like stag and hen dues and money and
Go on,
stuff.
summarise them in a sentence.
I just think that it should be done on a
Don't.
budget. And the people who like go abroad and expect one person to foot the entire bill or everybody to pay a huge amount of money out. If you want to do that for your bachelor party, you pay for it.
I totally agree with you on that last
If
bit there,
you
yeah,
don't want to pay for it and you want everyone to chip in, then do something that is affordable and not extravagant.
Don't expect everyone to be able
Yeah.
to, come and do it.
And expect people to be unhappy if you're like, we need to fly to Croatia.
And you're like miles away from Croatia.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I was thinking from the UK.
Croatia's a beautiful place.
No, it is. It's actually like a destination. That's why I said
Yeah,
it.
it's like one of
Yeah.
the most popular. I think Croatia in particular had a problem, right? That's the exact article that I showed you,
Oh.
where they were frustrated because they were like, wow, we have so many beautiful cultural experiences, but people are coming here just because alcohol is cheap.
Don't go to Croatia.
But what
For cheap alcohol.
confused me about it is I'm like, why would you travel so far if your only plan is to get so plastered
You
that
don't
you don't
remember.
remember going? Like, just go to your local spoons, babe. There's no difference if you're not enjoying the culture that you're in.
I agree.
The wedding will probably cost that, if not more. What, $1,500?
Maybe to attend.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I don't
attend.
know.
Yeah, I was like, to organise, I
was
think
just gonna
you'd
say-
be very surprised to find a wedding under $1,500.
I'd say like a cross country, if he's got to pay for his own suit, I could see it building up.
Sure, yes. I mean, that is a lot of money for anybody who's just like, oh, well, if you budget, you can blah, blah, blah. Well, just like the cost of registration in the UK alone and the notice is close to that amount, if not over that amount. I was unaware of a big Thursday event before the wedding, the day that I am flying in. The event is over an hour away from the venue, which means that I would need to fly in a different airport and rent a car. Oh no.
That's so awkward.
I also would need to wake up at 5 a.m, fly for over 10 hours, and then attend this big event completely exhausted, or fly in a day early and pay for the additional lodging that comes with that.
Weddings are like, they can be a really big deal for people, and it's okay for them to be a big deal, and it's okay for you as a couple to get married in the way you want to get married and do it how you want to do it. But there also just needs to be a little bit of consideration in thinking about how far your guests have to fly, how much it's going to cost them, how much time you're requesting from them.
There's definitely a
like,
line. I do disagree with this whole, like, and maybe this sounds like super judgy of me. I hear what you're saying and I agree, like, do what you want, but at the same time, like, no, don't do what you want.
No, but I'm saying do what you want, but accept that it could just be you and a small number of people. And so decide, do you want it abroad and tiny, or do you want it
But
closer
it still
to
really
home?
frustrates me when people do what they want when what they want is so far away from what a wedding is supposed to be. I feel like sometimes people think it's what they want because it's what society has like got them wrapped up thinking it's what they need to do, because
hear you.
there's so many bells and whistles that are so expensive to get involved in,
Especially
when the
the
reality is you don't need to do that. Like, people are there to celebrate you. Maybe you don't need to have 5 different hen parties, stag do's and stens together, and also like receptions and rehearsal dinners and all of these other things. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay, babe. Maybe you don't need embroidered and bedazzled dressing gowns for you and every single one of your bridesmaids and matching dog outfits.
And
It's
socks and pants. Yeah.
And embossed branded hangers no one will use again
It's
or
so-
ever see.
is so wasteful. I wasn't thinking about those things. I was more thinking like if a couple has a specific place they would love to get married, but it's a bit awkward, do it, but just accept that you cannot make every guest pay and be there.
And sorry, I did get very judgy there. If you're doing those things, like, it's fine, you're right, it is your day at the end of the day, but you foot the cost for that.
Yes.
I've already been so stressed out, says OP, due to the financial aspects of this wedding, my own financial standing, health issues that I need to take care of and pay for, life in general, etc. And this event is bringing me to my breaking point.
That should never happen.
Yeah.
Your wedding should never be a financial burden on your guests.
Or could you imagine, like, literally the only reason a wedding exists is to celebrate the love of two people, and the people that you find closest and dearest to you are at a breaking point because of your wedding.
Yeah.
That's not what you're wanting, right? I feel bad, and I also feel bad for groom and his partner, because I'm sure this isn't what they are wanting, and they just
But I
need
don't know.
to be like shaken on the shoulders a little bit to be like, look at what you're doing.
Wake up.
I told the groom that I wouldn't be able to attend the event on Thursday. I explained it wasn't financially or logistically possible to accommodate, and I apologised profusely. What is this event? I received a rage text in response. I won't even read it for my own mental health, but my roommate read it and told me that it was bad.
Oh, bless.
And that I was kicked out of the wedding, but could come as a guest bunnies if I wanted. And honestly, I don't. Wow.
Speechless.
I know when you agree to be in a wedding, it's going to cost money, but asking for over $4,000 and all of the time off that I get in a year just seems extreme. They're not the only people getting married that year as well, right? Like, what?
We are going to at least 3 weddings this year.
Could you imagine if each wedding cost $4,000? I wouldn't
No.
go. I just wouldn't
And,
go.
and if each wedding required us to take like a week off of work.
The difference being, this isn't just guests for a wedding. This is being in the wedding party of someone quite close. But just because you can't come to a Thursday event, you're going to be kicked out of doing all of that. Nah. Especially after everything they've done. Like organising the bachelor party. Just because they can't come to one day.
I was a groomsman for a wedding and it didn't cost me money. It didn't cause me more stress. The only difference is had to show up earlier on the day than a standard guest. But on the day, didn't take up multiple days.
You didn't make it to the stag because
Yeah.
you couldn't. And guess what? They were super understanding.
Exactly.
As friends should be.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bad friend, boo.
Also, the groom is aware I'm not in the same financial standing as they are, and I thought they'd understand. So, am I the drama for saying no? Absolutely not the drama. Wow,
Ugh.
so not the drama. Has this been 3
This has
not the
been
dramas in a
3
row?
not the dramas.
Wow, we're chucking the bait and nobody's jumping.
Pardon?
Chucking the bait for the drama.
We're chucking the bait and nobody's jumping.
Jumping.
Oh.
For the bait, for the
I
arsehole
heard
bait.
we're chucking the bean and nobody's jumping. And I was like, what? What kind of bean are you talking about?
I'm chucking the bait and nobody... Chop it. Carry on.
Kidney.
Your references are so out there today, like more so than usual.
Let it be, and I'm telling you, people will either find it weird or funny, or a mixture of the both.
Go.
Yeah, not the drama. Absolutely not the drama. This is somebody else's wedding. It should not be causing you this much stress.
No.
You shouldn't be at breaking point. You shouldn't be taking all of your work holiday
And no
for
guest.
one wedding.
Sorry, no one should be asked for $4,000.
No, nobody.
What?
$4,000 to attend a wedding. You put that together, and then that's the wedding for the couple for $8,000. I mean, that would be on a relative budget, but you can absolutely do it. That is ridiculous that 2 of their guests paid like the equivalent of a wedding cost. A joke. I wouldn't be friends with these people. I think it's probably like a blessing that you've been disinvited as groomsmen and you're not going anymore.
Especially if they're saying that. Especially if they're literally disinviting you, sending things that you don't even feel like you're in a safe space enough to read, let alone like respond to. And you're saying, honestly, I don't, then don't go, babe. If you do what you want to do. Every relationship that we have is a choice. And
Yeah.
if it's not working for you, you are very within your rights to choose to leave.
Yeah, I agree. And that bit where it says, I know when you agree to be in a wedding, it's going to cost money. I do disagree with this because it will depend on the couple. Some couples, I'm speaking from like UK culture here.
You're right. Everyone does things differently, right?
Yeah, some couples, a lot of couples will pay for the outfits of the groomsmen and the bridesmaid and like the whole wedding party. Some can't afford it, so may ask the people to buy their own suits, dresses, whatever.
But there is a third ground, which is come in what you have.
Yes.
To come
Or
with
there's
what you
that.
have, you don't need
Yeah.
to spend any more money. Obviously, you expect people to need to sort out their own things like accommodation, travel, their clothing for the day. Right?
Yeah.
If it's just a guest.
Yeah.
For bridesmaids and groomsmen, we gave them outfits. And if there were things that we didn't give them, we were like, don't buy anything. Just use what you have.
And if we hadn't had the money to pay for their outfits, then absolutely wear what you've got.
I
Don't
definitely
need to buy
feel-
something new.
I agree. I definitely feel like there's a lot less stigma now to not have all the matchy bridesmaid dresses. There's a lot, like, I love the fact that the culture has opened up to things like thrifting being such a cool and trendy thing to do, reusing, recycling being cool, because it is just so much more cost effective as
Yeah.
well. Like, it's a win-win-win for the environment, your pocket, and for your guests. Like, why not? Why not?
Yeah. And the photos look banging when everybody's like all fun in their outfits.
Yeah. I read that one of the biggest issues with weddings now is people going so into debt that actually a lot of like marriages are starting with insane amounts of pressure because of the amounts of debt of wedding. Does that make sense?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, there's a record number of couples are having big problems where they're having to speak to people and consider breaking up relationships because of financial difficulties.
Oh my
a large part of which is
God.
contributed by things like wedding stress.
That just shouldn't be happening.
No, it's just,
If you're-
commercialism has gone totally bonkers.
If you're getting to that point, elope. Like, go down the registry office and then have a party with your family after.
It can be difficult, isn't it, when you've got like pressures of a lot of
Yeah.
people. But
No.
yeah, it is just too much. And
It
it
is.
has to be what you want at the end of the day. But also, I really do think we are just so far from remembering that it's just loving and celebrating a cool couple.
Yeah. Should we read some comments? Not the drama. This worked out great for you. You get to save your money and lose an a-hole of a friend. By the way, $1,500 for the bachelor party alone. Jesus, what the hell did you guys do?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he actually responded to this one.
Ooh, go
He
for it.
said they wanted to go to a festival. I didn't sleep for days because of the noise, and then I was made fun of when I lost it due to sleep deprivation. Oh no. I really didn't think both events would be across the country since everyone else is from the East Coast.
Okay.
So I think there was like a lot of travel involved.
Yeah.
Plus a festival, which sounds like it's not really their vibe. Oh dear. OP actually continues and says the flight was around $600, $500 for a ticket and lodging, $400 in random communal bachelorette things, $250 for this dinner that the groom wanted to do, and I didn't even do the math on my personal spending, day-to-day food and drinks and stuff because I honestly didn't even want to think about it.
Oh.
That just sounds like a lot. You
Yeah.
know, when again, like if you think about it, what was the point of bachelorette and a bachelor? It's to just chill out with your loved ones.
That's more than $1,500.
That's a lot.
So this must have been at least $2,000 for OP to go to this bachelor party.
Wow.
Not right. That is not cool. Not the drama. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. When people request others to be members of their bridal party, they need to do so while providing a complete set of expectations on what it means to say,
totally
in
agree
quote,
with this.
yes.
Absolutely agree with this.
There should never have been a moment where you found out about something you were expected to attend last minute.
I still don't know what this event was.
Yeah.
This extra Thursday event.
What? Are people just making stuff up at this point?
I want another event.
We're
Maybe.
going to have a joint bachelorette.
We did that.
Yes, no, but on
Oh, we
top of
did
having
do two separate ones.
individuals.
Yeah, sure, fair enough.
Especially if the individuals were really big.
You know, you're like throwing shade at the fact that people are doing it joint. I was like, Jamie, that's
Oh,
what
no,
we did.
I love it. It's so cost effective. We also have the same group of friends.
I think
So we were
that's the biggest
arguing
thing. It was
over
just-
who would invite who. So we were like, let's do it together because we'll
It
have
just
more
made
fun
sense.
anyway.
Jamie's just like, I want to do this. And I was like, but I want to do that.
Yeah.
So,
And guess what? We covered most of the costs. People just travelled their way up.
get your own butts there.
Mm-hmm.
Not the drama. Good riddance to Groomzilla.
Groomzilla.
That's what Groomzilla sounds like to me.
Could you imagine if that was a motorbike? Not the drama. What is the Thursday event?
Oh my god,
The
please let me
rehearsal
respond.
dinner or something else. Regardless, it's ridiculous to have it an hour away from the venue and ridiculous
Yeah.
to send a rage text and kick someone out of your wedding just because they can't make
Also,
it.
like this happened the day before. Oh no, the event was scheduled for the day before. So this
Yeah.
might have been before. Okay.
OP
OP says a family event. Would love to go, but I just can't do it.
Family event.
I mean, fair if you can't do it, you can't do it, dude.
Oh.
People are weird. Not OP.
Yeah,
Groomzilla.
no, yeah, the couple. Well, I don't know if it's both of them or just the groom, but either way, one of them is bizarre at least.
Or really severely out of touch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I feel like we did well. It's a success, right? That we
Yeah.
didn't find any drama.
I know, but I feel like there was a good level of spice given there were no a-holes.
Yeah, you're right. It's quite a spicy episode.
It is. I entirely agree. And if you agreed or didn't didn't agree, but if you enjoyed this episode, then you can give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you are watching on YouTube.
Or if you're watching from a cheeky little podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, please do consider giving us a rating. It really, really helps us out. And remember that you can also rate each episode, not just the show overall, if you're on Apple, which is useful.
Wow.
So just, putting that out there.
You can also go follow us over on 1-800-DRAMA-POD on Instagram.
And if you have your own drama that you'd like to share for us to cover, you're very welcome to submit it via our website. All the details are downstairs in the description box. Thank you so much for listening. Be kind.
Much love.
And have a great day.
Bye.